Hi guys, it's Dave at thehumbletrekker channel. What I've got in this video is I've got a bunch of hand forged hand augers, traditional drill bits for woodworking, for making very large holes in wood. I picked them up online for what I thought was a pretty good price. The guy was just like, make me an offer, so I made him an offer. Let's have a close look at them and let's test them out. I'll pull them out of the packet and we can look at them together. So there's this one, you can see this one's about 1.5 foot long, 40 centimetres long I would estimate. They're all basically the same. You've got an initial starting drill point and then the main auger starts, and you're supposed to put a handle through there to turn them, or hands. We've got that one. This one, very similar size. Got this one, which is just a smaller bit. This one doesn't look hand forged actually at all. This one looks like it's been machined, definitely. Maybe machined down here and then hand finished up there. Here's another one. So let's put that one there, and we'll put the ones that are similar together. So those two are very similar. That one's obviously a different manufacturer, and that one's a different style completely. So a different length of blade. Here's a bigger one, a wider one. It's in the same style as these ones, so I'll put it there. Here's another one here, and you can actually see the remains of some black paint on it, which is the same style as those four, so we'll put it there. So these three, very similar. This one, same style but thicker bore diameter, and this is the biggest one, which is a bit nudged up at the handle end, but it's definitely the widest and the longest. So we've got these 1, 2, 3, there's 5 there, 3 of the same style. This one's got some markings on it. This one's actually got some markings on it. Let me read it. It says 1/8 of an inch there. Well, it says 1/8. It's like 1/8. There's something in front of it. So this says, I can make out some, it says, I can make out letters. A-C-K is the end of one word. Then topper, ack. I can't make out what it is. Check the other ones. This one's got also, okay, this one also has got markings on it. And the last 3 letters are, it says Coalbeck or Coalback. And this one's 1 1/4. So I guess this means 1 1/4 centimetres? Or is it 1 1/4 inch diameter? I'd have to measure it. It's not 1 1/4 centimetres diameter. It looks more like 1 1/4 inch. So that's got markings on it. There's a 1 on that, and that's the one we looked at. So this one says 1, and it's also got a diameter marking on it, but I can't read it. Okay, this one also, I think it says Colac or Bolac on it, and this is 1 1/2. So yeah, so this is 1 1/2 inches diameter. I wonder why it's in inches if I got them in Sweden, because there is an old measurement in Sweden called the thumb, or the tum as they say it. So maybe it's just the way they did it back in the day. But yeah, that to me looks like 1 1/2 inches definitely diameter, and that's what's marked on it. And it's got something like Colac on it. There's nothing on that one. This one's got a 1 on it, and up here it says, it's got a marking on it, it's impossible to make it out. And this one, nothing. So they've not been made like in some guy's backyard. They have been made in a foundry, in like a business place, because they're marked with a company's name on it, even though if I can't quite work out what the maker's mark is. Where's that one I could almost read? It's Bolbeck. It's O, I can make out, the first letter I can't make out, but then it's O-L-B-A-C-K. So it's Olbeck or Albeck, who knows. I have to make a handle, and I've got an old broom handle here, which I think is going to fit most of those augers pretty well. I have to make it a little bit smaller, keeping the same idea about a bit of old style tooling. Got this old saw, which was a flea market find. Not even bothered to try and clean it up yet. I've had it a year or so, but we'll use it to cut the broom handle in half. So the idea is, these tools, those of you who follow the channel, you know I've had a bit of a storm in this place, and I got a whole bunch of wood over from the fallen trees. Some of it here is in this pile here. I'll pan the camera around, I can show you where I've cut it down from, those of you who are interested. I know a couple of people want to see what's happened after I cut them down. They're not all been taken down now, but we've got a fair way through it. Because I've got all this, I'm going to, this is my camper here, and last year I had an accident. Is that basically I burnt down my entire camp with an uncontrolled fire. It was a fire that spread through the ground, through the roots and through the peaty soil here, and destroyed basically all of my camp furniture. So I've got to completely rebuild my camp again this year, which is not a problem. I'm looking forward to it. And I've got such a huge amount of wood now that I'm going to be able to do a few more adventurous things with it. And basically I'm just really looking forward to it. Benches, tables, windbreaks, you name it, it's going to go up this year if I get the time. And a lot of it I'm going to try and do with just hand tools, traditional style. So if these augers work out, it's going to be a big plus. This thing's going to take a bit of getting used to. It's very top heavy. Plus the fact the blade is completely rusted for fuck. Excuse my French. It's not the most stable thing to saw on either. Anyway, let's start drilling. This is literally just going to be a first test of those augers, just to see how they perform, how they function, if I can get the hang of them. And I had this bit of split wood here, and I'm thinking, why not just drill 3 holes into it and turn it into a 3-legged stool? So I've chosen one of the bits that looks to be in the best condition, the one that is marked 1 1/4, which I assume is a 1 1/4 inch diameter. I wonder if it's easier just to get it started by hand. And I'm trying to basically just go at it, eyeball it, going at an angle so that a leg comes out of it. It's just going in quite nicely. This is okay, that's kind of got it started, I guess. This is quite exciting. I'm quite nervous. This is a piece of cake. So far, this is amazing. I did not think it would be so good. It's probably a good idea to keep your foot on it. No, it's not a knee. It's obviously going to take a few goes on this for me to find the best technique. Probably my handle's too long. Every time I turn it around, it hits me. It's no good. If you had a mate who stood on the other side, held it down, it'd be much better if I just put this on the turf so it dug in. And I've probably gone in at too steep an angle for the leg, but it's just shits and giggles at this stage really, guys. It's making a hole, and that's the main thing. So I've moved it onto the ground because I think that's going to give me better purchase on it. I just put it on the stump really for the sake of filming, and I can see already that I need to have a shorter handle because then I'll be able to manoeuvre myself around it much easier. So let me cut myself a shorter handle. That might be good to keep a long handle, you know, for if it gets tougher. I can put 2 people on it maybe. So let's get rid of this. This is real life experimentation in real time. Let's try it with the little one. Oh yeah, that's a much better idea, especially with the softwood. I don't think you're going to need that much strength into it. It's all leverage with a longer handle. I've changed the 1 1/8 inch bit just to make it tighter, deeper. I've got 3 holes now. I've got 1 here, 1 here and 1 here. And this is very wet wood, I feel, when I get inside it, about 3/4 of an inch in. I think it'd be much more, and it's basically lubricating the bit and not allowing it to really do a proper cut. So I want to try it on some seasoned wood. This is just an experiment, so it's not going to look beautiful or function perfectly, I think, but then using my previously made maul in the video for the HX Rock outdoor survival knife, one of my favourite, one of the best knives you can get. Check out that video. I'll put a link in the description box. I made this maul 2 years ago, still going strong. That's the first leg in. I'll come back with the last leg. Because this is very wet wood, nearly felled or nearly fallen, I'm getting very messy holes. So I'm just cleaning them up with a belt knife, getting out the worst of it, but to be honest, it's not that big a deal because you're going to wedge the legs in anyway. For the legs, I've just picked a couple of 1 pine branch and then put it into 3 sections, and before the fitting I'm shaping the end with a belt knife. Obviously I chose legs which were about the right size for the, so I'm doing about that with them and then banging them in with a maul. That's good. Right then guys, there we go. Let's give the first test seat. I need to splay the legs out a little bit more. I can see that straight away. But maybe it could be just like a little coffee table. It takes the weight of the Humble Trekker. Quite pleased with this purchase. These are going to be really useful for doing some traditional bushcrafting, hobbying, making furniture around the campsite. I think they were going to be even better on some seasoned wood. With this wet wood, they would just like turn it into like a mash of a wood pulp basically. So that wasn't perfect, but a functioning 3-legged stool with my first outing with the hand augers. Not too bad. Thanks for watching guys. Until the next time, have a great one.